joined by the gods of fortune, midnight and high noon, sharing the sky. We have been blessed, you and I. You are here like a mystery I'm from a world that's so different from all that you are. How in the light of one night did we come so far? Outside day starts to dawn. Your moon still floats on high. The birds awake. The stars shine too. My hands still shake. I reach for you. And we meet in the sky. You are sunlight and I moon, joined here, brightening the sky with a flame of love made of sunlight, moonlight.
And good evening, everybody. Dang, already trying to cough here. Thanks for coming by my live stream tonight. And as you have seen, this is a special panel because it's not a drama panel. Today is my 24th wedding anniversary. My husband, who passed away in January, we're married 24 years ago tonight. And I opened with that song that was so special to us, which was Sun and Moon from Miss Saigon. He was my son. He's now my angel in heaven, just as he was on earth. So, I like talking about my husband from time to time on these live streams because he was just such an incredibly special man. Kind, considerate, caring, and compassionate. And the making of me. He's still making me even now. But one of the reasons why he was so special is because from him, I learned how to love somebody anyway, because he loved me anyway. He was my very, very best friend, and he never even flinched. Not even when my daughter was diagnosed with a severe mental illness and he was bearing the brunt of her anger. He loved her anyway. Not even when my mom couldn't live on her own anymore and his home became her home. And even when it all started to fall apart, my lights dimmed for quite a long time. When I was no longer his strong, fit, and mentally indomitable wife, he still loved me anyway, too. And I'm so grateful that before he passed, I told him how much he had meant to my ultimate recovery. Because he is the reason I got better. He gave me the room to do it. And even though my husband was not particularly a cat person, he knew Tobers was mine from day one. Yeah, I was talking about you. He went, Anyway, I thought I would share a couple of my treasures. Here's our wedding day with the babies. My kids were babies in those days. See how tall he was? He absolutely towered over me at 6'4". These were ones I could find in my phone right off the bat. There's a second Christmas we were married, actually. This was 2001. There's Natalie and Ethan. Here's a little snapshot of us at a family gathering. I was about 35 in that picture, I guess. That's what I had. Right. Oops. I had it. Yes, he was. He certainly was. I liked that red blazer too. One of the reasons I liked it so much was it had 3/4 sleeves. I don't wear blazers because most of them are long sleeved, and I don't particularly fancy most long sleeved things. If you ever pay close attention, I'm usually wearing 3/4 sleeves. It's just a little quirk of mine. Same thing as the cardigans. They're also a quirk. but I don't like long sleeves interfering with what I'm trying to do, you know? But the night we got married, we we came back to our apartment and he scooped me up to carry me across the threshold. And my dress was so slippery that I slid right out of his arms onto the ground. And that is probably my single favorite memory of my wedding day, was being dropped on my ass. Not on purpose, obviously, but just my dress was just so slippery. It was layered and yeah. They broke the mold when they made my husband. He had in addition to his other wonderful qualities, I mean, he was a gentleman. He would have called this place a virtual Deadwood. Because sometimes the way people talk around here kind of remind me of Deadwood. If you ever watch the TV show Deadwood, you know what I'm talking about. Lots of cussing. So I'm going to welcome everybody in chat. We got Blues first up, followed by Sugar Crits, Prester John. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was having a problem. A technical fart, maybe. Hey, Beth Meadows. How is everybody? And I got Hossel, followed by Crazy Dingo. Hey, Zatochi. Zatoichi, or man, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he was an incredible fella. He really was. Hey, KK. Hey, Miss Joe. Hey, STL. So, but for 23 years, he was my constant companion. You know, one of the reasons, I spend so much time here with you guys, I'm just now starting to cultivate friendships outside of social media. And that's because I just never felt like I had time for them as a married woman. My husband worked long hours, and when he was at home, I wanted to be with him. I didn't want to be off with some friend somewhere. Or at least that's the way I viewed it. I never got sick of him. No 7-year itch. No, it's complicated. No, let's take a break. None of that. Not my marriage. Not me and my husband. Nope, we were each other's life partner in the shit that this is this world. I've suffered this year for not having somebody to love me in that particular way, because having that in your life makes things easier to bear. It really does. When things are hard at work or hard financially, having him always made it easier to bear. And yet, somehow, I think he knew I would be okay. Because I am. I've thought about my husband a lot today, obviously, and a lot over the preceding days. But all things being equal, it could have been a lot worse for me. And it's why, I feel so much gratitude. Gratitude for a lot of things. I've been focused a lot on being grateful lately, and I guess that's fitting because it is November. But most of all, I'm grateful for the husband that I had, who did the very best that he could with a wreck of a girl like me. And I'm glad that and grateful that God waited until I was strong enough before he took my husband home. And I'm grateful for all of my friends, both old and new. I'm grateful for my new job and my improved health as a result. My acid reflux practically stopped the moment I drove away from my old job for the last time. I'm grateful for my 4 wonderful children, my ones that were born to me and the ones that were not. And that would be my beautiful son and daughter, and my wonderful granddaughter, and her dad too, because her dad's a hell of a guy and a great dad. I wanted to welcome everybody coming into the chat. We got Pat S. There's Chicky. And then we got Just Me. Hey, hey. But yeah, he used to make jokes. You're going to be just fine. That cat's going to outlive me. There was a couple of people he commented on. My favorite one was Tonic the Fox. My favorite one was what he had to say about Tonic. Sometimes Tonic would slip into certain mode, and I would just be at my computer doing VC, and of course I didn't have any earbuds on or anything like that. I just had VC going, and my husband, he was sitting there. He was usually about 6 feet away from me, and he could hear Fox talking. and he was in troll mode, active, hardcore troll mode. And my husband, he looked at me and he said, "That there's a bullshit voice." That's a bullshit voice right there. And so now Chicky and I call it Tonic's bullshit voice in his honor. Uh-oh. You want a snack, huh? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? A snack? Kitty baby. Let's see. Let me move my phone here so it doesn't fall off my chair. And then we can have snack time. How about that? Huh? How about that? Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, the VP is chilling in your room right now. Meow. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Tobers. Tobers. Here we go, Tobers. The baby. Look at that boy. Sweet kitty. He says, I am not jumping right now. He says, I don't want to jump. Come on. Come on, baby. Kitty baby. Look at that face. This is a fact. That's okay. Chicky has been the best PR for Tonic ever. But even still. What is it, boy? What is it? Come on. Meow. Let's everybody see the boy. So just me, this is Tobers. Tobers is the president. And then Chicky's cat Flick is the vice president. And Bink's cat Sadie is Sadie the first lady. Let's see if I can find that picture. Meow. Where the hell is that picture? There's a presidential poster. Tobers for president. No. Let's see if I can find Ah, here we go. Found it. Here it is. And then let me get rid of that comment so you can see it. So we've got Tober's in the middle with the bow tie. We've got Bink's cat. Sadie is the first lady. She's got pearls. And then we've got Chickie's cat, Flick, wearing a MAGA hat. And then there's the official ad, official White House photo. Yeah, we had nothing better to do than to make up shit about our cats. Yeah, we need Fox's bullshit voice for a real ad. Dun da da da! Tober's for president. Let's see where. Anyway, I just. The gay water voice. But yeah. But I'm grateful for the years that I had with my husband. I always knew that, and see, I've been looking, it's kind of struck me as I've returned to my childhood parish that some of the couples that I grew up knowing are now much older. They're the age of my parents, if my parents were still alive. And I see them together in their 70s and 80s. And I knew the day I married my husband that there would not be that for us. But it was still worth it. I'm going to put a link down. Anybody that would like to come up and chat can come up and chat with me. Is that what he did earlier, Kritz? Huh? I don't know. I don't know what's for dinner. Whatever I throw together, I guess. I'm going to my brother's for Thanksgiving. My children will be there. And we'll spend Thanksgiving with his family. Probably be a pretty early afternoon. About the time the Cowboy game comes on, that's when I dip. I'm not a football person. I know that that is blasphemy here in my native state of Texas, but I just can't help it. I'm not much of a sports person. I mean, Chickie's more into football than I am. I grew up a square peg in a round hole. Always. Always, always. My parents and my brother were huge sports people. Football above all others, and then everything else in different levels of importance. Baseball was second, followed by basketball, and it just and my mom was it bigger into sports than my dad. She had her fanaticism for it almost matched my brother's. My brother is like a walking sports almanac. I had planned I'm going to have to get Fixa to help me with that. Little meme. So, I know there's not a lot of you here tonight. It's not a drama panel. It's just me talking about my husband and our life together and what he's meant to me and how I feel about him almost 11 months after his passing. But I'm not bitter because I feel like I've had a lot of personal growth since then, too. I've had to make some tough choices. But I've finally got things arranged that way I want them. I'm talking to some local smoke shops about applying for a job because I feel like if I get a discount on my smoke as well as make more money, I can just maximize my cash. Yes, just me. He passed away in January. It's been quite a year for me, honestly. We were married for 23 years and he passed away very suddenly. And so my life was kind of upended by it. I basically had to leave our place and move out and send my 25-year-old autistic son to stay in his with his grandparents, who are my ex-husband's parents, by the way, not my husband's parents. My husband's parents passed away a long time ago now. Um, but while I basically rebuild my life, so far I've found a place to kind of settle where I do that, and I found a new higher paying job this fall that I started 2 months ago. So, and now that I am my main job is entirely remote, I feel like I have the energy to work a second job potentially outside of the home. Because, I'm finding that that's the reality for a lot of women that have lost their husbands, especially, suddenly like I did, and with me being too young to collect widow's benefits. So, yeah, that's just kind of the reality, especially in this economy. I mean, there are women that are single that are working two jobs just to support themselves. I'm not sure what sounds good. Tober says a tuna steak sounds good. Uh-oh. He says, I heard my name being called. Somebody used my name. It's not time yet, boy. Almost. This cat always knows when it's getting up towards his dinner time. And he's gives me a very expectant look. He's such an adorable boy. Give him whatever he wants, huh? He looks very expectant. Those big eyes of his. Anyway, I don't know. I had air fried eggs and toast for breakfast. That's my favorite cheap breakfast. Toss a couple eggs in the air fryer and get to cranking.
Hello?
Hey, Hustle.
What's going on?
Huh?
What's going on? It was so quiet. I wasn't sure if my mic was working or not.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
I never made the eggs in the air fryer or the toast, but it turned out pretty good, huh?
Let's see. Yeah, you can toast bread in the air fryer, no problem. Because I make grilled cheese. Like for lunch, sometimes I'll just do
Mhm.
like a grilled ham and cheese.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use my
Yeah.
air fryer daily.
Uh, when I was cooking, I was too. Using it quite a bit there.
But yeah,
So,
the air fryer for the fried eggs, I had no idea I needed such a thing in my life.
hey, I didn't think I could make hot wings at home like I was paying $15 for 6 of them and some celery sticks for at a bar.
Right.
So, I was impressed with that. But yeah. So did you have a good day or
Oh, it was okay. I mean, I worked today, you know.
Mhm. Well, that was good. It kind of kept your mind busy and not thinking about, you know,
Yeah.
what could have been, should have been.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
But, I've got my eye on the future hustle. I,
mhm.
it's hard for me to I don't know. Just the whole my life has been such a whirlwind that, just taking time to stop and reflect has been hard to do. And it's not like my husband is ever far away from my mind. He's not.
Mhm.
But just to really think about things today like I have.
You see a bright future.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's a different lifestyle than you've ever lived as an adult. And it's the first time in your life that it's all about Liz.
Uh, it's so weird. I just I've got a couple of friends that, I have time to cultivate now. Um,
Hmm.
Somebody from high
I get it.
school, you know, another, and both of these are women, they're not men. Um,
Hmm.
we're texting daily, and then I struck up a friendship with somebody at church that I grew up with.
Hmm.
We went out to
And
lunch here a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, you told us about her. She's another widow that you met or that you knew, but is widowed
Oh, no,
now.
no, no. This one was somebody else. This is
Oh,
somebody
okay.
else. Yeah. So,
That's good.
like I said, getting out, touching grass, um, making some healthy connections.
Hmm. Yep. Healthy as opposed to YouTube.
Well, I just decided a while back that I was lonely and I was going to fill my life with people one way or
Mhm,
another.
mhm. You know, I don't ever get lonely. I might get bored, but I can usually occupy that boredom with something. I just don't seem to get lonely.
Um, Hold on just a second.
Is it dinner time?
You know, I I don't I'm not afraid to say that I'm lonely.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you are, that you're secretly lonely and not admitting it, but I'm not too proud to admit that I am. Uh,
Oh, I think it's okay to be lonely. Most people are when they're, you're working from home now, so you're going to be a lot more lonelier because you don't have that human. Uh, um,
but at least I am not inundated with bullshit and toxic positivity, Hassel.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
So, like I said, my health is improved. My acid reflux is better, for crying
I'm
out
sure.
loud.
Yeah, I'm
Just
sure.
not going there anymore. Just not dealing with those people.
Yep. The stress. Hey, John Clark. Yeah, the stress even walking up to the door, you're like, here goes, let's let the bullshit start.
Oh, yeah, when my stomach would start churning almost the minute I would get in the car and crank it up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes it would churn as I was getting ready. I would get nauseous and have to sit down and just you have no idea. There were just some days it was so hard to push through and go to the office anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it just but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pay them bills. I mean, not everybody's going to pay him like Connie gets. Well, he's got to stay in Massachusetts paying his. So,
And well, see, the whole point of what I've done with him is to tell him, your bills, they're there anyway.
yeah. Yep.
It's just like, is this really better for you? Because it can't be your worst day on YouTube. It's not going to be this business on YouTube, what he goes through just to get a pittance.
Mm-hmm.
It's
3
not
or
going to
4
be
dollars
any
sometimes. Yeah.
healthier. Not any, there's just no way that's healthier for him, better for him emotionally and psychologically than even a tough, undignified, dirty job.
Yep.
I mean, there's just, at least he might develop a little physical discipline and character. So, but back to me, well, me, me. So, um, yeah. Um, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's just now to the point where it's hard. I mean, unless you make over a certain amount, it's hard to support yourself right now.
Yeah.
It just is. And um And if you've got a family, you've got to have both people working pretty
Mm.
much.
Mhm. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine, trying to feed 2 to 3 kids in your household. And what if they're teenagers and football players and, need all that energy and food in them? That's a lot of money at the store.
I'm working on it, Beth Meadows. I'm working on it.
Yep.
Like I said, mostly I have my eye on just getting a second job so I can accelerate my plans, because I'm going to be stuck here for the foreseeable if I don't.
Yeah, true. Well, and you set your goals and you meet them rather quickly, I've noticed.
Well, I'm not an indecisive woman. Once I decide, that's it.
It's happening. Once you decide, it's getting done. That's good. And there's nothing better than accomplishing that goal, getting it checked off the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Just getting the whole job situation squared away.
Mm-hmm.
That was, yeah, my full-time job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest piece that needed to fall into place.
And it was really easy for you. I don't know if you felt like that, but it was. You told us that you had the interview, and within 2 weeks, I think you were working that new job, and a week later telling us how wonderful it is, and before we knew it, a month had gone by, and you're probably approaching
Two.
at the end of the month, right?
2. Yep.
Yep.
I know. See, I walked out of my last meeting at my old job and I just decided that's it. I am done.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't feel like this coming out of a meeting where I'm not even being disciplined for anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
that wasn't the case at all. And so I called a couple of headhunters and I'm like, get me the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they didn't find me something because that afternoon I went home and started tapping away and getting high behind on finding something on my own too. I didn't just leave it to others.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't flail and let somebody do it for me. Because the job I wound up interviewing for and taking was the one that I applied for myself.
So that whole process applying for yourself was just a day's work? Not even. I mean, you did it all in one day and got the job shortly thereafter, right? You filled out the app and all that.
Oh, let's just put it this way. On Wednesday, when I got home, that meeting was on a Wednesday. I came home that day and I started looking. And then I spent certain intervals of time, every day after that. And then it was less than 2 weeks later that I had an interview set.
Mm-hmm.
15 days after the meeting.
Yeah. I just encourage people, don't ever underestimate yourself when you're looking for a job. Let them tell you that you're not qualified. Don't feel that you're not qualified. Let them tell you if you're not. They will. They'll do it politely. But get out there and just reach for the stars on those jobs that you're asking for.
Well, yeah. Well, I walked out of that meeting and I was thinking, I don't have to stay here. This is one of the few things on the planet that I've got the female equivalent of big dick energy about. I know my shit. I was just like, I don't have to stay here and take this.
Mhm.
This is like, you think I'm just a number, just a body at the desk, just somebody to process data for you people? I'm not.
Hey, Beach.
Yeah, if that's the way you think, then you're just a paycheck.
Hmm.
That's all you are. But that's kind of how I felt. It's like, if that's the way you feel about me, then this is the way I feel about you.
How many staff employ? How many people were on staff on site there? How many worked at that old job?
Hey, Rosie.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, well, you have to understand, I worked for a very large company. I worked for a large local medical practice that had been purchased by a corporation based out of another state. And that was the very large owner of musculoskeletal practices across the country. And because I used to work in orthopedics. And it was just, yeah, I'm done. I was done.
Yep, I don't blame you. Hey, Rosie, how's it going?
Everything is going perfect. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Are you pregnant?
No, are you?
No, are you, Liz?
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
How would that happen? There's not anybody in my life in that particular way, Rosie, and I'm 48 years old.
Are you still
I'm sorry.
Rosie, are you still in a relationship with KK or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How's that going?
It's going perfect.
Good. What else been going on? You still bike riding?
Most days. But other days I help my stepmom around the house. I help her out.
Yeah. Now, do you have warm weather year round that you get to ride bikes every day, or will you have some snow?
Well, we don't get snow here in Texas
Oh, okay.
often.
I guess I didn't know you was from Texas. Okay.
Yeah, she's from Texas.
What about you, Liz?
I'm from Texas.
You're from Dallas, right?
I'm from Fort Worth. There is a difference.
Isn't that close to Dallas or is that in Dallas?
It is not in Dallas, but it is near Dallas.
Oh my gosh, I've been to Fort Worth Zoo. I was very young. I was in the zoo there in Fort Worth. I can't remember how old I was, but I remember I was there. I was little at the time. So
Hey, Beach, how are you? Welcome, John Clark.
hello, hot John Clark, aka John Clark Kent,
All right.
aka Superman.
All right. So it is time to full screen myself.
Is it dinner time?
It is dinner time, folks.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Liz!
Oh, it's not my birthday.
Yes, it is.
It's my anniversary.
Well, happy birthday, anyways.
Toters. He says, you teased me earlier. I'm not sure about you, Mommy.
Did you tease him?
Well, I picked up the can and the little plate and I put it on the desk, and he thought that meant it was showtime.
Oh.
Is he a tux cat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's not a tux. He's a gray and white tabby.
Isn't that the same thing?
Oh,
No.
no, a tux is a black and white cat.
Yeah. I do love the tuxedo cats.
I used to have one until she
I
passed
did too.
away last year.
Yeah, I
Meow.
did too. Mine passed away, I think,
Meow, meow,
2008, and he was so fat.
meow,
Just loved him.
meow, 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 meow.
Mine was getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. She didn't eat at all.
How old is she?
Tobers.
She was 16 when she passed.
Okay. Yeah. When they stop eating, that's usually a sign.
Sweetest cat. Come on,
Gosh.
sweet baby.
Look at Tober's running ahead of Liz.
Feed me, feed me.
I am definitely taking him.
Tober's?
Yep.
Yep. You're gonna have to wait in line. There's gonna be a whole bunch of people that'll be there waiting for Tober's. Like her kids.
He is a good kitty.
Oh, I see Brett's going live tonight, and he's gonna have Sergeant Lawless on there
Oh my.
at 8:30. Yep.
Oh my.
Mhm.
That's going to be lit.
Yep.
I am definitely taking your cat, Liz.
I have had Tober since the day he was born, Rosie. So, you know.
So are you saying you're taking him with you?
I'm gonna steal him.
No, Liz. Are you saying you're taking him with you when you go, Liz?
Well, would that I could.
So you have pets now, then, Rosie?
4 dogs.
Whoa, 4 dogs, huh? What kind?
A Labrador, a cattle dog, which has an allergen, a skin problem,
Mm-hmm.
and a Chihuahua, and a Lhasa Apso.
Wow. Okay. So 2 little ones, and then the lab, which is an awesome dog, right?
Yeah, she's a black lab.
Smart dogs. Yep.
More
And
like
then
stupid.
what? They're not dumb. Labs are they'll learn anything you want to teach them.
Well, Lucy here poops on the patio and pees on the patio. I swear, she's dumber than a sack of rocks.
Is anybody making plans to go see Wicked in the theaters?
No.
No?
Nope.
I am.
Is it a musical?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it till like the other day, and then is it Ariana Grande in it or
It's Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Mm-hmm.
And the soundtrack, I've been listening to some of the soundtrack, and let's just say the original soundtrack version of Defying Gravity does not have this part. And the reason why is because we finally have an Elphaba that's not straining.
Alpha?
Elphaba. That's the name of the that's the name of the Wicked Witch is Elphaba. And then Ariana Grande is the role of Glinda, who is the Good Witch of the North.
Okay. All right. So are you throwing it out there that hey, any gentlemen in your area that would like to go to the movie?
This will be strictly a girls' date.
Okay.
Actually, Chicky and me and my daughter and granddaughter are going to go see the movie together.
Aw, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So But if you're into musicals or even if you just love the song Defying Gravity, or if you love the Wizard of Oz, go see Wicked.
I love The Wizard of Oz.
I've seen it.
You've seen the movie Wicked or in the theater or what?
No, Wizard of
The
Oz.
Wizard.
Oh, Wizard of Oz, yep. Yeah, that was pretty. But that was like the bomb of the movies back then, because we didn't have all the high tech special effects and stuff that they've got these days.
I don't know when I'll get to see a stage show again. I saw that when Hassel mentioned that you were having Jamie Lynn on. I said, that's going to be lit. And I guess you are too, aren't you, Brett? Lit, right?
That should be an interesting show.
Mm.
And it's 8:35 Central Time, I believe.
Yeah. 8:35. So that's 7:35 my time. So yeah.
No, I think it's our time, because we're Central, right?
Oh, it's not until 8:35. Oh, okay. God, I'll be going to bed. God damn it, Brett.
No, I know it, Brett. God damn it.
Brett, I'm a 5:30 a.m. riser. Most of the time when I pop in your chat, it's because I've already been to bed and my creaky bones have woken me up.
And I'm a 5 a.m. And most time that I'm in your chat is because I don't give a shit. I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and suffer tomorrow.
Oh, see, part of the reality of having narcolepsy is it's not always easy for an alarm to wake you up. So I have two. I have one that goes off. I have one that goes off at 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
And it has one for it has one of those devices for the hearing impaired hooked up to it, but I don't keep it under my pillow or next to me so it vibrates the bed. No, I put it in the nightstand drawer so it rattles the nightstand drawer.
Yep. So it hops right across that wooden floor of the drawer.
Yeah. So it hops right across it. Goes, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
That's yeah. And it just And then before I go to bed, I turn the volume all the way up on my desktop and set my alarm for 6:30. So in case that 6 a.m. alarm fails, there's a 6:30 one that I have to get up and walk across the room to turn off. So far, once I bought that new alarm clock, I call it my gay pride alarm clock because it's one of those RGB ones that you can make change colors and everything.
Okay, you can set the what they call the ambient mood.
Yeah, and I call it my gay pride alarm. You know what though? It reminded me of? It reminded me kind of like a digital version of one of those 80s phones that were clear and you could see all the little neon components inside. Okay. It just looks like something I would have had in my room in the 80s. And because of that, I thought it was cute.
Oh, okay. The landline ones. Yes. The clear ones. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. It just looked like it would just go great with that kind of decor. And so far once I got that one with the rattler on it, I haven't had to resort to computer, but I still set it all the same. In January, I have my test done, my extended sleep study, and I am looking forward. See that, I'm looking at another 6 weeks or so before I can have that sleep study done. And I'm thinking to myself, all I can think of is how much better I'm going to feel once I'm on treatment. Because I do everything that I do with a body that periodically just tries to fall right back into REM sleep out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
I have some pretty, hardcore discipline tactics to make sure that I don't fall asleep when I'm not supposed to fall asleep. But, it's not easy having to manage it. I'd rather just take a freaking pill and feel better and not so tired.
Mm. What pill is that you're referring to?
It is a med called modafinil.
Okay.
Modafinil is a smart drug. It's kind of, my daughter calls it her mini speed, her baby speed. No, that's not it. Baby meth. That's what she calls it. Baby meth.
Mm-hmm. Remember back when you just would snort a line of cocaine to get through the day? No?
No. No, it's not like that. But my daughter says that when she doesn't have it, and the last time she had to get refills for it, whenever it's one of those meds, one of the reasons you have to have an extended sleep study to get it prescribed is because it has to go through the prior authorization process for your insurance to pay for it.
Yep.
You have to have, in order for your insurance to pay for a drug like modafinil, there's a prior authorization process, and you've got to meet certain criteria. So you have to have the sleep study done. Mm-hmm. But my daughter, she was waiting for them to get her prior auth done on her refill. She said, I was out. She said, I couldn't even drive. And she said, and I hurt so bad. And I'm thinking, really? Does it help with pain?
And Beth remembers. I do too, Beth.
I've never done coke. I was 45 years old the first time I tried weed, Hassel.
And was it at a party sharing a joint? Who turned on the weed? Was it a gateway drug?
No, because it hadn't opened any gateways to anything else.
Yeah. So the first time you smoked it, you got high, or did it take a couple of tries?
It took a couple of tries, but no, I wasn't at a party. I was at home.
And said, I'm going to try this.
Basically, I said, I'm going to try it for pain because my arthritis just, Usually when I go for my walk, I usually smoke a bowl before my walk. I saw somebody, I went for my walk real early this morning, and there was this couple, and a lady apparently had a leg cramp, and she was stretching it out. And I was like, do what I do.
Did you talk to her about it?
I just said it in passing because I was walking. Because hey, it's the easiest way in the world to be able to get up to a brisk speed.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go, Tobers?
His belly's full, probably.
Did you go to hide? So when I retired my old chair in favor of the chair that I'm sitting in now, I took the legs off my old chair, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with this seat. I think I'm going to offer it to my brother and tell him all he has to do is buy a base for it. See, because it was the hydraulic base that was shot in my old chair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it felt like I had a pole up my ass, you know?
Yep.
And I said, but it's there on the sofa. I'd been in my room all day. I was working. And all of a sudden I look around and there's no Tobers.
Oh, really?
There's no Tobers. And I looked under the bed and there's no Tobers. Tobers, where are you, boy? Come on, baby. So I go out into the house to look around to see if, he might have gotten out when I went to the bathroom or something, but that's usually not the case. You know what he did? I come in here and I'm like, okay, that does it. So I get the bag of kitty treats and I shake it.
And
He comes out from behind this seat of this chair that I have sitting on the sofa, by the way, just to have it out of the way.
mm-hmm.
And he comes out from behind it, and I'm like, oh, so that's where you were hiding. It didn't. I wouldn't have thought he could even get back there, fat ass.
He had his do not disturb sign up. You just didn't see it. And at first, Liz, when you was telling the story about Where's Tobers, I thought, holy shit, we're going to have a hurricane 2024 again. Get the fucking chair out and put it on the roof.
Yeah. I was like, where's Tobers?
Yep. He was hiding, man.
Yeah. Well, there I am tapping away. I'm about to get up. I'm about to take a little break, and I'm looking around, and there's no cat.
He doesn't like the rituals on your break, huh? The routine. He's like 7 weeks into, he's like, she's on her own on this one. You there, Liz?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
But I wonder if that's where he's hidden now, because I'm looking around and I don't see him anywhere. I wonder if he's back behind it. Let's see. I wonder if I can get. Let's see. Ba, ba, ba.
Everybody have a good Monday. Glad it's about over. Glad that if you're working, you might get a day off on Thursday and or Friday.
So if y'all see the sofa over there, and over at the right-hand side, you can see that seat there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so watch this. I'm going to big screen it so y'all can see, because it's going to be funny.
Get your production team to clip it.
Watch this.
Oh, geez. It's like a genie in a bottle.
Now he's on the coffee table.
It's like a genie in a bottle, but a Tobers in a cushion.
Yeah, he's just like, woo.
He's got it pretty rough, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got things real rough.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get him. Meow. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off the light. Meow. He says, large boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I do this in Discord so everybody can see him. Pretty baby. Sweet boy.
He's just a big old fluffy boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big old fluffy boy.
It's like he's counting down before he's gonna scram.
He's a good cat. But yeah, I was looking around. I was like, where is he? And I was like, I bet he's behind that seat again. So I thought I'd show you guys. He said, you tricked me. I only got 2 little treats for coming out from behind there. What the hell kind of deal is this?
Just 2?
You had wet food. And you had treats earlier, that boy. One of these days, I'm going to have to bring in some KFC just before I go live
Oh, God,
and
yeah.
show you how this cat reacts.
Or Long John Silver's. They'll just go apeshit over that.
Well, probably, but I don't like Long John Silver. I get some KFC. This cat goes crazy over KFC.
They love chicken.
But he turned his nose up at the eggs this morning. Yeah, that's right.
You say he didn't eat the eggs?
No, he didn't. He turned his nose up at the eggs, my fried eggs. I put a little plate for him, and he just kind of sniffed at him, and he's like, "Well, fine, there, cat. I give you some of my people food." I said, "And it's nothing but straight protein." I mean, it is just as much chicken as the KFC. But he's not buying it.
But you're still getting him his ham, right? His lunch meat.
Yeah. Yeah. He loves the
I
ham. Give a little bite of ham.
Yeah, my cat would even eat tomatoes if you. I always, you've got to chop them up because this peeling would be the toughest part for him to work around if it got stuck to his roof of his mouth or something. But yeah, he loved tomatoes. Just the weirdest thing.
Oh, this cat, he likes potato soup.
Mm-hmm.
He likes let's see, like? He likes Alfredo sauce too. All dairy based stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Of course, he likes milk too. So sometimes I keep some Lactaid here so he can have some.
Well, I'm gonna guess if you've had him since he's 13, he just grew up with your kids drinking right out of their glass of milk.
Well, not well. Now my son wasn't. My son is still down for some milk, but my daughter, yes, I don't think she likes milk very much.
Yeah.
By the time, see, you got to keep in mind, my oldest is 26. She's already 13 by the time I got Tobers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Ethan was 11. And so I got that video. I love that video because it has my boy before his voice changed.
Yeah. Seen Tobers. Have you shown that yet tonight?
What's that?
The baby video, the Tobers baby book.
Oh, the Baby Tobers video.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Baby Tobers video.
Mm-hmm. I would even have that in your intro.
Let's see. Baby Tobers? Oh, Savvy Bear, haven't you seen Baby Tobers?
He's savvy. How's it going, STL?
Trying to grab my hand right now. It tickles when he nibbles on my hand. It barely hurts, but sometimes he can claw my neck. Say hi to the camera.
Say hi to the camera. Good, dude.
Ah, that's so that's so precious.
He was. He was such a precious kitty.
hmm He still is.
Yes,
But
he is.
I think your son's hand was even bigger than him, wasn't it?
Yep. Even at 11.
Yeah. But you could tell that for as little as Tober's is, you could tell that that had been his home since day one. He was very comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now he's stretched out on that coffee table, bathing himself.
Because it's
That's why
almost dinner time, isn't it?
Oh, no, he's already had dinner.
Oh, I was thinking 7 p.m. was dinner.
No, 6:30.
Okay,
That's
daylight
right.
savings time.
Tubbers is life. Tubbers is life. I just fed him a little bit ago, Hossel. I don't want him to barf.
Oh, that's right. And I was even here for that, I think. He was beating you he was running ahead of you, anticipating your move, and then you'd zigzag and go a different way. And show him this way. So Scree's been quiet today?
Yeah, just I've been kind of out of sorts today, understandably. Just kind of not paying it much attention. Jamie was live this morning, and I turned it on for a little bit and listened to some of that. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah. Not much.
Yeah.
Bella's about to get her treat in an hour. Bella's watching the clock. And you, Mom. Hoping that you might just make a move for that container early.
Oh, I would like to thank the person that just sent me $20 earlier. It says for theater funds.
Oh,
I
cool.
really appreciate it.
For you and the girls. Nice.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Also, I am a monetized channel, but my Cash App is also available upon request. And of course, there's also that whole YouTube gets so much of it stuff, or Google does anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that is available. I don't like to.
And the handle for each one of those would be Lounging with Liz K.
Yes.
So Cash App is $, PayPal is the what, @ ?
Well, actually, I don't know what my PayPal is, honestly. But in any case, like I said, I don't push for that. I just don't. It feels so. Yeah, hit up that Cash App. Hit up that cat. Nope, that ain't gonna be me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have to. People know you're monetized, and they see that little $sign down the bottom right-hand corner.
Right. And if they want to support me, they can. And those that come to the channel frequently, most of them know what my Cash App is. They can send me money if they want to. I don't have to, say, "Oh, please help me." Yeah.
Yep. And in case people don't know about doing the super chats down there on the bottom right, that if you, let's say, send Liz $10, YouTube's going to get a share of that, and a healthy share of it. And I think it's about 30% in the United States, isn't it, Liz?
I think so. I'm not sure.
That seems to be about the going quote I'll hear from YouTubers is about 30%. So that's going to knock off a big chunk of it. And then if you do the Apple phones, I understand that's another 30% that Apple gets because you're paying somebody some of your own money through their device.
Taco says it's 40.
In the US, it's 40 for YouTube. And then does Apple get 30%. So now we're down to Liz just getting 30% of $10.
Yeah.
Yep. And I see in some of the genres where they do the hate donations just so they can put the quotes on there that go well, hell, I did it the last time when you got monetized, told Rebel to suck it. But they're dropping $50 and $100 and you're like, oh man, so much of that is just not going to the person you want it to go to. It's going somewhere else. Cash App is the only thing that's free for you and free for them. PayPal makes you pay a small percent. Very small, in my opinion. Well,
Yeah.
depending on how much you send. But yeah. You're not getting any donations, Taco? Any here lately? Gosh, it seemed like every time Jamie was, mentioning your link before, I felt like I had hoped something was happening for you there. Oh, you're not monetized.
Yeah, Taco says he's not monetized.
Okay. Let's see.
I went to the grocery store Saturday morning just so usually I go to the grocery store on payday, which is Wednesday. But I was just like, no way. I am not going to the grocery store on Wednesday evening after I get off from work. The night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, Lord.
No fucking way.
I don't blame you. I would get there tonight if I was you. Thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, that's why I went Saturday. I got up at 6 a.m. and went Saturday morning.
Mm.
Yeah, by the time I had my live panel on, actually I didn't have a live on Saturday until the evening, but I was back early and yeah, no.
Yeah,
So tomorrow is the day for Rebel.
Oh, court.
Yeah.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. their time, right? Which is Eastern.
Blues would know. Blues has the documents on that.
It's posted on Sugar Critz's community page, I believe. Let me head over there quick. Well, I say real quick and then not so much. All right. Damn it, there we go. Found Sugar Critz and then my cursor moved and it was like, no, I just found her. Look at all those videos on that Clippers channel. I love it, Sugar Critz. Keep on clipping. Oh, back to the community page. Okay, let me get my glasses on. Heidi Carver and Amy Carver. Okay. 11 a.m. So this is Massachusetts time, Eastern time. Yeah. So that would be 10 Central and then 8.
It felt good to finally nail his ass on the whole bedtime clown fallout.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what made it even sweeter was that clip, the video that I played on Saturday, what also included him screaming about how he wasn't going to pay rent. It's his money. He could do with what he wanted with it.
Yes. Yep.
I was like, oh, oops, that didn't age well.
Nope. It usually doesn't with folks like him.
And, it also kind of puts a lie to, it's not like I knew rent wasn't being paid.
Well, yeah, we know better than that because he was grifting off of that, before I met him,
Yep.
probably before you met him.
No, because I was here when he first got here.
To YouTube.
Mhm.
So that's been well. He changes the dates so often, but I believe that the blog was 2019. Is that right?
Yes. And then it was a little over a year later that he came to YouTube.
And he was grifting. That's what created the blog, was the fact that he was grifting on Facebook and
On Facebook, yes.
Yeah, doing the woe is us. And nobody's taking care of us. Not even the government. They are not taking care of us. Getting everybody's donations out of that grift.
Yeah.
Worked well for him for 5 years. State of Massachusetts has supported him, and so has YouTubers.
Yep. But I don't even look for the judge to make a decision tomorrow.
No, we saw somebody was it Blues that had somebody had some eviction things like this, and I didn't think it was Rebels, but where every other visit to the court they would no show, which would cause a delay or whatever. They created a delay the day of it and postpone it, and so it's going to go on, and we know that. Brett told us it would take a year or two. But keep in mind that if his mom got 2 checks last month, he didn't get one this month.
Good Lord. They are screwed if that happened.
So he's going to be spurgalicious.
I think they'll grant them extra time just on the basis of Ellen's age.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think they used that the last time, didn't they?
Just by virtue of her age, they'll be able to drag it out some more.
Yep.
And he was talking about, it's my money. I get to do whatever nobody gets to tell me what I do with my money. And it's like, and now he's applying for SSI. And see, here's the thing about him. If he gets certified and receives SSI benefits, it will be for mental and not physical, and he will definitely have a rep pay.
Hello.
Hey.
So I watch a lot of those eviction type cases, and probably what will happen is the people who own the place or whatever will say we couldn't come to an agreement with them, and then the judge will either be like, all right, and set a date for a trial date of either by judge or jury. Usually it's by judge only. It's very rare that the judge will make a decision on the same day that they say they couldn't come to an agreement.
Right.
Oh, because that's what happened last time, isn't it? They couldn't come to agreement. The mediation
No,
failed.
I don't think they really had that. That was what this one's supposed to be. Last one was like, hey, this is what's going on. And then he wanted them to meet. But like that was it after that. Like they didn't, go back to the judge or anything. So now they'll report back. It's kind of like the settlement conference type thing.
Yes. But Ellen is Medicare age and legally disabled to boot. So.
Right. But even, I don't see the judge making a decision tomorrow. It just really depends on the judge, too. And the laws of Mass compared to the ones I mostly watch are in Michigan. But it's still, once it gets to this point, it can be kind of fast. It's just, them not showing would be a very bad thing.
Okay, so they would...
Because at any point now, like, if they don't show, it's a default judgment.
Right.
Okay. And their shit gets put out on the lawn in 48 hours.
Not only is it a default judgment, it's a default judgment plus you're only getting 7 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think that recently happened to one of my neighbors here because their stuff got put out on Friday of last week out in the front yard, and it was really super windy here, and a lot of just got blown around and stuff, which I was didn't like that happening. But hey, that's I guess the law. So am I to assume that a court hearing had happened and the landlord here had gotten the okay then to set the rest of that shit out on the front yard?
Oh yeah, they can't go. They can't move a person out unless they get a court order to do so.
Okay.
And so that was probably another time where the judge was like, all right, I'm granting an eviction. You have 7 days, or they have 7 days.
Mhm.
And apparently the people weren't there that day, or they were told to leave the premises because they were supposed to be out already.
Mhm.
And then when that happens, they just throw their stuff out for them to get there later on.
Yep. And the person that on the other side of that, like say the Connie in this situation, they know they've gotten that legal document too. This is your shit's going to be put out in the front yard and come and get it. Or in this case, I want to say the following Monday because they put it out in the yard on Friday. The following Monday, that stuff, whatever was left there, had then been moved to the dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't wait. People won't. Owners won't wait long for that type of stuff.
Nope, and they shouldn't. And there were some nice things there, but you see this pile of, like one was like a toddler's mattress still in the plastic wrap from the factory, and you look at that and think, well, surely somebody could use it, but nobody touched it because people are looking like, why is this stuff sitting here all weekend? But now we know.
Yeah, that's odd that they wouldn't come back for their stuff. Usually, the people, if they're evicted and are told to leave immediately, like not that they have to move out immediately, but like let's say the 7 days are up, they'll tell them to leave immediately, and then the sheriffs or the apartment will have someone move the stuff out to the front yard for them to take at a later time.
But we all know that when Connie and Ellen leave that place, they're not packing that stuff. I honestly don't believe it's going with them. It's going to be left behind, and then they'll move in, and he'll start that grift in the new apartment. And 2 years down the road, after he's doxed all those donors, he'll say, "You guys never bought me a couch."
Yeah, I mean, it will be, they'll get. I don't know how it'll work exactly with the eviction hearing, but like they'll find out some way that a default judgment had been given to them if they didn't show up. That is,
Yep.
And that they have X amount of days.
Yeah, it'll be an automatically rule in favor of the landlord.
Right. I mean, they could still try to appeal, but it's a lot harder to appeal a default judgment.
They would have to have some reason they weren't there.
Right.
Beth, is your pizza, or not Beth? Dawn, is your pizza burning? Did your nose tell you it's time to take it out?
But the only way I see them only getting the 7 days is if they don't show and get a default judgment against them.
Right.
Otherwise, the judge is going to give them some time. I don't think they'll get the full 6 months, but I think they'll get some time.
Yeah, well, they just always seem to get through the loopholes of everything that you or I would not be able to.
Right. Their best bet would have been to say, we'll be out by the end of December and try to negotiate, when they had their settlement, or their negotiations, whatever. Say, I'll be out by the end of December and see if they can get their, all the back rent either removed or like a large part of it gone. Because it makes it easier for the owners, because then they don't have to, have the sheriff show up in 7 days to remove you from your place and all that garbage.
I believe Ellen's birthday is in December because Connie had to go to court last year on her birthday. Remember how he ranted about that the day before her birthday, the day after? I can't remember, but I want to say it's around the 10th of December. So He'll be grifting off of that, and he will get the donations for it, but they ain't gonna go to Ellen. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I don't wish for anyone to be homeless, but
Oh
you
heck
know,
no.
it is what it is.
They, he had options. Okay, the state of Massachusetts will never boot him off of welfare unless he screws up like he is right now, right? With
Right.
this eviction.
Right.
Uh, and we believe that this will cause him to lose those benefits.
Well, I don't know if he'll.
I
the
don't
only
think you don't lose benefits just because you got evicted from a place.
Yeah.
It
would,
might hurt.
would it hurt them having a voucher though? I mean,
It
would they?
might hurt. It might hurt the rental voucher, maybe.
It's not going to take her off of SSI. That's not going
Right.
to.
Right.
It's not going to interfere
Food
with
stamps,
whatever.
all that. It's not going to affect
Yeah.
any.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect any other benefit than possibly the rooming voucher. And
Further,
even that isn't a big if.
You mean they
furthermore,
would have to pay full
Okay.
price for rent?
so additionally speaking, not only does it not affect Ellen's benefits, it will not affect the Social Security Administration's decision on whether Rebel should be certified or not either. It's not going to interfere with him potentially being able to have benefits through the government either. So what happens in housing court is separate from that.
Right. I will say it will not help their case that Rebel put that he's disabled on there if he has not been already decided upon that by either the government or a doctor.
Right. I don't know if he's been certified by the doctor yet or not, but
Because that's lying on court documents too. The judge could look at that and be like, well, too bad. Now I'm, gets angry by that and be like, you're out.
But, he's also applied for SSI and it takes about a year to get it.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly when he applied, if it was pretty soon after this happened, because, see, I believe that when he went to City Life, they told him his best possible shot, and it was a long shot of getting out of this mess or being
Right.
less damaged by this, was for him to apply for SSI. I do believe that's what happened.
Well, I think he got that social worker semi-recently. I think that probably helped a big ton of them doing a lot of the work for him, probably.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Connie, though, he thinks the social worker's there to take him to the dispensary.
By the way, you were missing all of my comment gold in your chat earlier.
What?
Like you were talking about the alarm rumbling in your nightstand.
Oh.
And I was like, are you sure that's what it is?
Oh God, Taco.
Hey, I
I
had
know.
an electric toothbrush do that once.
Yeah, you gotta keep that electric toothbrush in your nightstand for good mouth hygiene. Then I was just talking about I'm on that Provigil
Shut up.
as well.
My phone was on vibrate. Shut up.
And then I've been on Provigil for quite a bit. Actually, my psych was the one prescribed it.
I have no
And
idea what that is.
if I'm waiting on a refill, like I called in and for some reason I don't pick it up that day or the next day, like I'll feel like I'm like walking in quicksand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and actually, right now my insurance isn't covering it anymore, but I pretty much paid $16 cash for it a month.
Oh, $16 is what it costs for a 30-day prescription.
Well, at least with my pharmacy.
Yeah.
I think they probably give me quite a deal because of the various meds I'm on, and it's more of a family, well, not family, but it's a privately owned pharmacy, not like Walgreens or one of the big ones.
Mm-hmm. And Liz, may I drop his Cash App?
Oh, don't worry about my Cash App. This is Liz's channel.
I'm sure it's just a $sign and taco and what the letter N and then Yoshi.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. But yeah, pretty much like my channel pretty much gets only traffic now from the new community. Drama community this community kind of stays away from it, which is fine.
Hold
It's
up.
not their cup of tea because it's not drama.
Did you say the new community?
Well, the new community that it's geared towards.
Well, because I was actually I listened to another live earlier today, and the host referenced the new community, and I took it as a joke. And when I typed in, I said, "Hey, number two, I'm here from the new community," and joked about it because I thought he was joking. But seriously, there is a sector called the new community.
No, it's the Gunpla community, like the Gundam model community.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right.
So
All
yeah,
right.
I mean,
Well,
my channel, for our community is not exactly what they're looking for, which I completely understand. And I don't fault anyone for not going or whatever. So
Mhm.
SEO, I believe you're annoying in the side chat.
What?
I mean, just take part in the conversation, for fuck's sake, dude.
Oh, what?
He says, Taco, do you believe in me? I want people to believe in you. And I'm like, I believe you're annoying in the side chat.
and Savvy, yes, Yoshi's doing just fine. He's been getting super worms lately and been all happy about it and getting plump.
Now, have we changed the subject, or are we still talking about STL?
No.
Ha ha
ha. Oh, Yoshi?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, STL. Yes, I believe in you. Yeah, and how do you get them worms? Do they ship them to you?
Either I'll buy them online or I'll go to one of the two reptile stores that are within like 30 minutes of my house, 30 to 40 minutes of my house.
Oh, nice. And does Yoshi give you any indication of which she prefers?
He'll hornworms are usually his favorite. It's kind of like catnip to him, where if they see it, they'll go running for it usually.
He's high stepping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you videoing that and putting that in a short or anything? Could I help you do that?
I don't know if I have a short of him eating it or not, but I don't have any hormones at the moment because they're a little bit fattening for him.
No, running from one side of his aquarium, whatever he lives in, one side to the other side to get the horn rooms, high stepping it. We got to do this, Taco. I need that footage. We got to make this work.
But I prefer to give him super worms rather than roaches.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And crickets. I'm not a big fan of the crickets because they make noise. And since he's in my room, they make noise in my room.
In his tummy, do they still make the noise?
Oh no, they're playing dead by then.
Yeah, he's crushed them. Is that how does Yoshi?
He's got little teeth. He's got little sharp teeth, believe it or not.
But he's not chewing it, right? Because the tongue grabs that food, right, and pulls it in the face.
He's not a chameleon. The tongue helps, but it's pretty much it gets in his mouth and he starts chewing it. And, the super worms are not the hornworms are pretty big, and so sometimes liquid will come shooting out, which is just lovely to watch.
We need that. We need that on footage.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was just talking to someone about giving us Clippers a chance to have a live where we just can talk about it, teach us, how and what. And that individual was willing to consider it. And I'm willing to edit. I'm willing to produce your stuff. I just need the footage.
I did a live stream after 1 year of having them, talking about different.
You got it on your channel right now?
Yeah.
Can I take liberty at one of them down, in the next day or two and just
sure? I'll try and find it for you. because it's probably buried by.
I'm probably just have to do the little magnifying thing and type
Maybe.
Yoshi. What'd you title it as?
It's been 2 years ago, so I don't remember.
I'll find it. Yeah, and I don't know, depending on what the footage is. Yeah, let me just take a crack at it. I'm really
I
excited.
mean, I
about
have all my
this.
Yoshi shorts too.
Okay.
They're on
Yeah.
the channel.
Oh, so you are doing some shorts.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
That's what I mostly do now with them. If I do anything,
Okay, so you're getting it out there.
yeah.
And are we getting to see him high stepping it where he's running towards something? Because that would be hilarious.
I
to
don't
get
know
to
if
see that.
I've had that yet. It's hard to remember.
Uh,
I had
my mind is just thinking of all sorts of things that I would do with that. But I'm going to take a look at yours.
I had the Yoshi paternity test on Moripovich. I had
I saw the
Yoshi
one where,
doing lines of white stuff.
yeah, and then one where he's giving his opinion on somebody in the streets of YouTube, and I can't remember who it was.
Probably delete laws.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
I think I forget if I put up like the one of of him being a Moor.
Being a what?
Moor, one of those people that believes America is the Moroccan Empire. It's kind of like a Savsit, but like specialized.
This is just too much for my brain to absorb tonight, Taco.
Yeah.
There is no new community. There is your gun, your what is it, GNU? Is that how you're spelling it?
Huh?
Huh? You're talking about your new community that you go hang out in?
Oh, Gunpla. It's Gunpla. It basically it's short for Gundam Plastic.
Oh.
Or Gundam model, basically.
Oh, okay, I got it. And that's the stuff you're putting together.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So
Savvy Bear says Yoshi paternity test? Question mark.
Yep. There's one where basically I ask if he's the father, and in front of him isn't a big chicken egg.
Yeah. I think that I would have put on the More one that song. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it?
I don't know if I don't think I had a song for that one because it was more me talking or something. Or doing my crappy Yoshi voice. That's not very good.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I haven't done that in ages.
Come on.
It's more just like Yoshi here.
It's a terrible cop you have, Yoshi, here.
Yeah, it's just a little bit like more of a deep growly voice, I guess, for me.
Kind of like this. Yoshi here.
Yeah. I can't do much with like tone with my voice for some reason.
Oh, I can't do it for very long. It just tickles the back of the throat to where you've got to stop and cough.
I think one of the last times I've had surgery, I think they might have hit my vocal cords a little bit or something because I can't really sing or anything anymore. So,
well, let us be the judge of that. Let's hear it.
Oh, I don't sing. Nope. Especially not on. Not on StreamYard. Nope.
All right. Will you read?
Especially with all the crap I give Liz. Nope. Not happening.
I was gonna do it and then clip it.
Yeah. You better not. You best know how to step. I know you're not going to come on my panel and sing, Taco.
Beach. Sorry to hear that. She went for a bowl of ice cream, and the water hose under the sink had exploded at least an hour ago. Since the last trip to the kitchen.
Oh man, bummer. Life's not a beach.
That's probably a fake Anissa account.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. In fact, Anissa was in 2 or 3. The fake one was in 2 or 3 lives ago. I remember. I checked it. What do you want me to do, Liz? Anything? Or Beth? You want to do something? I don't even know Liz's rules.
Time out.
You said
There-
All
20
right.
minutes.
I'm gonna head down. Have a
I
good one.
was like,
Hey,
he
thanks,
wasn't.
Taco. Nice talking to you.
Yep.
He's
Bye.
like, nope, nope, not gonna sing.
that's that's his oh shit, what is the word? I can't think of what is it that takes away Superman's power? Kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
Bringing
Yeah.
up singing around Liz. All right. Gonna have to check the oh, I thought somebody else would have already timed that out. Dang, hang on. I'll get to her. It's really been so long since I've done something like that that I have to stop and okay. Shall we do 1 minute? 5 minutes? What do you want?
Doesn't matter. I'm about to
Doesn't
wrap
matter.
it up. It's been about
Oh,
2
well
hours.
then let's go 30 minutes. You'll be done by then. Oops. Does it okay, deletes it. Oops. All right. Anyway, so you're gonna work tomorrow and then Wednesday, and do you get Thursday and Friday off?
Yep, I do.
Me
I'm
too. And
excited. 3-day week, 4-day
I had
week.
yeah, I had forgot about it until I was pulling up the time card, and it already had that paid holiday both days in there. I was like, nice, that's great. And then I typically have Wednesdays off, but we'll work the overtime on it. So I'm gonna work a little bit on Wednesday, and then some gal that has a family that's gonna have a dinner um, needed time off or wanted time off. I said I'll pick up those 2 hours for you, and so I'm gonna work that during Thanksgiving. I thought that things would be boring if I didn't hop on the phone for a while and do some work. But you're going to go to your brother's, and is this the barbecue dinner or the smoking?
Well, he is smoking the turkey, but yeah, the turkey's going to be smoked.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, Savvy's preparing for finals. Well, live it up, girl.
I asked him if he was going to use his midlife crisis smoker on the turkey. He said, "Yep."
Getting high as fuck. All right, well, I will step down. And you did say you were planning on going live before then, or what?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, tomorrow is court, at 11 a.m. So,
Well, I will not be going live tomorrow morning. I will be working tomorrow.
I
So,
will be too. Yep. So.
but somebody might. Brett might. You never know. Brett is usually our correspondent for these court dates.
Yeah, we got boots on the ground too. So,
Yeah, we'll have boots on the ground.
So that's 11 a.m. Central Time, everybody. All right, Liz, I'm going to step down. Thanks for having me up and going live. Bye, chat. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you before then.
Okay. All right. Well, another panel in for the books. I wanted to thank everybody for coming to my chat tonight. And I wanted to thank Hassel and Taco for coming up. And Tobers gets lots of kisses. Sound like Tonic. He needs all the kisses and all the cuddles. But yeah, thanks for listening to us talk for a while, listening to me talk about my husband and a little bit of our life together. Whoops. All right. So I thought I would wrap this up with a song. And of course, this one will be a little bit different from our usual pace, but in keeping with the subject matter. Thanks for everybody for coming by, and I'll see you on the YouTube streets.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh, I'll wait them back. I thought we get to see forever, but forever is gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memory to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.